Hello Aries, my name is Paul and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy towards, please let me know. All right. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you and the Three of Pentacles. This is a lot of work, right? This is a lot of understanding the process of creation on the physical plane. You know what needs to be done to get things done, right? Let's put it into some context. Let's see what's going on in your life, right? Oh, a Two of Cups. Okay. Interesting. Another 2. We got a 10. Got a Chariot card. Okay. Yeah, I kind of see what's going on here. This is making some sense to me. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card that we select with the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're going to put Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, Aries, so don't even ask, okay? We're going to see if it'll tie everything together at the end. But we are doing something a little different. If at any point during the reading you get a sense, an idea, a feeling, an inkling, a vibe of what that card is, I want you to put your answer in the comments section, okay? I want to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, if we can tap into spirit, into source, if we can, over time, start discerning that mystery card together, okay? Sort of an exercise on this channel. I figure you're here. I might as well put you to work, all right? But first, what do we got? We've got major arcana and major arcana. We've got 2 major arcana energies, and they're quite different. One is kind of well, they're similar and they're different, right? They're kind of similar in their differences. They're both related to home, but one is an established home. One is kind of a sanctuary. It's the inner sanctuary. And then the other one is kind of like the universe is your home. This is kind of a wide open space. And this is kind of a space that's been fenced in, right? That we've enclosed ourselves into, right? For our own safety, security, integrity, right? So this is interesting. Right away, I get this feeling like you might be in need of some personal space right now, okay? That's the vibe that I'm getting between these two. We also have some fire energy. We have, it looks like here with the fire energy, I like kind of moving the cards around. Kind of feels like we're in an iPhone sometimes. With the fire energy here, I feel that there is an exhaustion, there is a depletion, but then we're restoring that. So again, another need for being in our personal space to kind of recharge, right? To build the fire energy back up. And then we have just a little bit of water energy, okay? A little bit of water energy. And then we've got air, and then we've got earth. So we've got some of everything. Let's see, there's no need yet for an Jing card. There's no need for a divine doorway, and there's no need for a botanical inspiration card just yet. So I think we're pretty good to just begin. Now, 3 of Pentacles. You understand what it takes to get things done. And that's the kind of energy that you are centered in, right? This is what's within you right now. And it's a lot of ambition with this card. It's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. It's a lot of you having to keep a lot of plates spinning around at the same time. You know, you kind of get this feeling you're running back and forth to different departments. Maybe it's your business. Maybe it's at work. Maybe it's with your family. Maybe it's at home. Maybe you've got 50 things scheduled to do every single day, and you're kind of running around doing it all, right? So this could be at work, or it could be at home. Could be both, which that makes it kind of even more, severe. But I think, first of all, with the Two of Cups, you're doing it out of love. You're doing it because you really enjoy what you do. You have a strong bond with whatever it is, if it's work, if it's family, wherever this is taking place. There's a strong connection there, right? So you're kind of like more than happy to do this. You're more than willing to put yourself in this kind of hectic situation, or this hectic energy with all the fire that we see, right? A lot of hectic energy. You're willing to do all of this because you have this very strong connection. You have a strong bond, right? But we see some other stuff going on here too. With the Two of Cups, this is the only water energy that we have, right? We have a little bit of water energy with the Cancer, with the Chariot here, right? That's some water energy. And I think it's really a double effect here with this water stuff. Because Cancer plus this Two of Cups, this is telling me that while we are committed to what we're doing, to the life that we're leading, to all the hectic, running around that we have to do, or whatever this is, there's still this need for us to find our personal space. Not only to recharge the energy, the vital energy, the fire for this activity, but kind of more straightforward too. More for our own peace of mind, our own well-being, right? For us to really get in touch with this bond again. Really, this Two of Cups is kind of in between both of these. It's a Two of Cups that needs to be directed at you. It's a Two of Cups that needs to be directed at what you're doing and where you're doing it, your environment, Because here is some more earth energy. The other earth card is in the position of your environment. There's a lot going on here. It's a Five of Pentacles. Busy with this card, right? The fact that we have a Two of Swords that is kind of juxtaposed with this Ten of Wands, I think this depletion of our energy is perhaps potentially leading to some miscommunication, right? I think that we are exhausted. I mean, this is what's going on within you. This is like literal exhaustion, right? This may be inflammation in your body generally. It may be manifesting as joint pain, back pain, muscle aches and pains really is what I'm feeling, okay? And I think it's because you feel all of this weight is on you. This is the card that's underneath everything. Underneath all of this, it's you supporting it. Right? This is your vital energy supporting everything. The whole entire world really is on your back. Right? And this is doing a couple of things. One, it's literally exhausting you. But two, I think it's restricting. See, this is a Saturn in Sagittarius energy. It's kind of putting the squeeze on what your long-term philosophical, metaphysical, spiritual goals might be. Right? And again, it's totally fine with you because you have this love bond with what you're doing. Right? You're very connected with what you're doing, so it's okay in a sense. But you still need to take time out of this. You need this personal space. We've got to replenish some of this energy. Okay? We've got to loosen the stricture of Saturn here in this vital energy. Because Saturn is kind of squeezing it, and it's basically going to just be like like an orange after you squeeze the juice out, right? We need to kind of fill that water, fill that juice back up, get a nice orange again, right? And I think that's being done by fencing off some energy for ourselves. right? The Chariot card is literally a fence, right? There's literally, in the associations of this card, it means it's a fence. We're building a boundary. It's not a natural boundary, right? And maybe this world or universe card is about the natural boundaries of things, right? A tall cliff, a bluff, a ravine, a wide, fast-moving river or something. Something that's kind of a natural border or a natural fencing in of something. A natural boundary. This is a boundary that we build. Fences we create in order to mark off space or time or energy or whatever we're talking about. And I think that's what we need to do in order to be in this Two of Cups state in ourselves to replenish ourselves, right? Because I think we're getting so depleted doing what we're doing that Two of Swords, the communication isn't going the way it should or it can, right? And I think that's what you might be noticing most of all, is that it's just maybe a little short-temperedness, maybe just some bickering, some arguing, a little bit of we're just not on the same page with people, right? We're just not communicating and we're not hearing in a way that is harmonious and resonant. Okay. So I think we're prone to a lot of miscommunication right now. And that's not a good thing. That's never a good thing. We do have as our kind of patron card for this cycle of readings, the Four of Swords, the Truce card. So it really is about, again, this idea of the four, kind of blocking out time. The four is a temporary stability, right? It's a temporary kind of truce or ceasefire. And I think that's kind of what we're talking about here. We're just kind of stepping away from things for a while. We need a little personal space, right? Maybe we have to get in touch with what we really want and how we want to go about getting it and how to best utilize our fire energy once it returns so that we can not only fulfill our responsibilities and our obligations and our will in the environment with this either family or business or whatever we are doing, but in our more lofty, spiritual, metaphysical, religious, perhaps, goals. Aspirations, right? The soul wants to ascend. We're not meant to just to live mundane lives. There are so many other levels of our existence. We go so much deeper than just the kind of daily activities that we're doing, right? And now, of course, the deeper meaning and the significance and the spiritual aspirations can be found within these daily activities. But we have to create space in order to explore that and to relate to things in that way, right? And I think you are being fairly depleted right now, okay? And it's really because of this fire on fire energy. The fire energy here just burns. It's the candle burning at both ends. It's fire on fire. And there's no room for anything. There's no room for resting, right? This is what we see here with rest. The Four of Swords over here with our patron card for the cycle is rest, right? Otherwise, we see a 3, we see a 5. It's activity. We're burning the candle at both ends here. And there's no room for thinking or feeling, really, in this. It's just go, 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 go. And this card's in the future, so I think that we're going to get back to this, basically. But maybe with a little bit more connection, a little bit more meaning, a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more zest. You know, I've been liking the word zest lately. Because we're taking this time for ourselves, taking this personal space. I think that's really an important part of this. I keep feeling drawn back to that Chariot card and just, we need to block off some time and space for ourselves to do what we need to do for self-love, self-care, spiritual well-being, right? And physical and mental and emotional, all of it. Yeah. And then we get over here to the path of the serpent. And this is, This is the Knight of Swords. I feel with this card that we are feeling that we need to hurry up and make a decision, that we need to hurry up and figure something out, that we need to hurry up and take this fire energy. We need to get back on our feet quickly. Maybe your feet, maybe with the Ten of Wands, you're literally feeling a little rundown, right? But there's this fire of air that says, I got to get back on my feet as soon as possible because I've got stuff to do. There are plans in the works, and I need to get the fire back in these, get these going. Well, I think that it's not time right now for these plans to really move forward. Okay, I think that this 10 and the 2 up here is saying that, look, there's just not enough harmonious communication. There's not enough of this creative, vital energy that can push these plans forward. So it's too soon for these to go forward. It's okay to take a rest and block out some time and space for yourself. Okay. Also with the Two of Swords, I feel like it's a 2. We're still kind of maybe on the fence about something. We're trying to listen to our gut. We're trying to listen to this lunar energy. See, the 2, we're going to connect these cards. The 2 of Swords is ruled by the moon in Libra. It's using not so much our logic and our rational communication and speech to exchange ideas, but it's using the 6th interior sense, the intuition kind of thing, right? The psychic sense. But in order to do that, in order to really have that kind of a mutual understanding, that more subtle, sensitive connection with people in that exchange of information, we need that lunar energy. Well, it just so happens that the moon rules Cancer in this Chariot energy. So the only way to get that, even the only way to get the communication harmonious is to invoke this Chariot energy, because we need that lunar connection that we get in Cancer to then bring into our communications. Okay? So we don't have that crystal clarity. Our thought, our thinking is still 2. It's not 1. We're not unified within ourselves, so we can't really expect to unify with somebody else right now. Right? So the presence of this card says, look, we can't get to the Ace of Swords right now. We can't get the crystal clarity. Let's not overthink things. Let's work on replenishing our fire energy, replenishing our water energy, and then the communication, the plans can move forward. We'll have unity, we'll have clarity, we'll be able to resolve whatever the 5 of Pentacles is. This card's in the environment. See, this card is the position of your relationship with the environment. And right now it's changed. And this, again, tells me there's a lot going on. Right? It's a 5. Things are in flux. Things are changing. Things are in some kind of turmoil right now. Your life is there, right? And it needs your attention. We need to focus on it. We need to be able to make decisions and put our plans into effect and, do all of that stuff. And we will. We need these other things first. We have to do first steps, before we can put these plans into action and get this resolved. Either bring it back to a 4 and stabilize it, or move it ahead to a 6 and actually, yes, we've succeeded. We've got victory over whatever these issues are, whatever this instability is. Or we just kind of bring things back to this side of the river and wait, right? Now the next card, the next card is this universe or world card. And again, to kind of restate, this was kind of like the natural boundaries or borders, right? A natural kind of sectioning off of the landscape. This is the card we don't want. And to me, what I'm feeling is we don't want to wait for there to be a natural break in things that will give us the rest and connection and recuperation that we need. We can't wait for it just to for there to be a good time for it. There might not ever be a good time for it, right? We can't just wait for the the rush of life to just suddenly slow down and say, here you go, here's a window for you to rest. No, sometimes it doesn't work that way. Maybe sometimes it does. Things kind of naturally slow down. Well, it's a good time for me to take a spa day, take a day off, right? Go to the zoo or something. But generally speaking, it doesn't work like that. Things continue to move faster and faster and faster and faster unless we intentionally build that boundary, build that fence, carve out that time for ourselves, right? And that's the difference between the chariot and the world or universe. This is waiting for natural borders and boundaries, natural breaks in the cycle or whatever. And this is saying, nope, I'm just going to put up a fence right now and put a sign on the door that says out to lunch. If you don't lock the door and put up your out to lunch sign, customers are just going to keep coming in and out and in and out. It's not like the flow of customers is just going to collectively decide they need to probably eat something, so I'll wait outside for an hour. Maybe one or two people will do that, but collectively, no, it doesn't happen, right? That's why you got to lock the door, turn out the light, put the sign. You got to carve out that time. You've got to make your own kind of fence here, right? And that's chariot energy. Personal space, take it. Don't wait for there to be a good time for you to just kind of slip in and have some personal time. You've got to take it, right? And the next energy I really like, the Princess of Wands. This is us kind of getting back, and the Princess of Wands is also exactly the same elemental energy as the Earth of Fire, the Tattva card that is presiding over this cycle of readings, which this is Aries. This is the first sign that we're doing in this new cycle. So it's interesting that we get such connection here. So this is all of the hectic fire, creative energy all around you, the electricity in the air, and it's all centering in on you for you to take action and make decisions. And now we're ready to do that. Because we've rested, we've taken care of all this stuff, we've accepted these energies, and we're ready to ground this electricity, this fire energy now. We're ready to ground it, right? And we can also look at this card kind of in the opposite way, and this is inertia. This is an object that is at rest and will stay at rest until acted upon by an outside force, that electricity. We're sitting here, I'm not going to move until I'm compelled to move by something else, until there's that shock, that electricity, that jolt, that alarm clock. Then you spring up into action, right? So this is kind of, this is you remaining in your personal space, in your rest, in your sanctuary, that you fenced off for yourself. Put up the baby gates and stuff, keep the puppies out. And this is you taking as much time as you can until Spirit, the universe, the electricity kind of says, it's time to get up and jump back into the fire. Right? I think this is very important for you right now. But now let's look at that mystery card. Okay. This is the point of the reading where we say thank you to Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck. And I'm going to ask you to maybe pause the video if you want, and let's try to connect with these images and with these energies. Try to consider what we talked about already today, and let's see if we can raise our vibrations, if we can collectively discern this mystery card. I think this is a nice exercise for us as a collective, as a community. We'll have a moment of stillness, and then I will venture a guess as well. Okay, so I want to see an ace, I think. I don't care if it's an ace of cups, an ace of wands, discs, swords. Maybe an ace of swords would be good. But I want to feel like we're ready to begin again. that we've got everything, we've been completely restored and we're ready to take the next step, the next action, whether it's part of putting this plan forward or just kind of springing back into action, getting like a fresh idea, right? We're feeling inspired again. We're feeling recharged, right? So maybe this Two of Swords that we feel up here, where maybe we're on the fence about something, maybe we're trying to figure out how to move forward, how to really communicate and get things going, get this plan rolling, right? But we just can't effectively do that because we're so energetically depleted right now. So I'm looking for an ace, okay? I think an Ace of Pentacles, because that would contain not only the earth energy, not only a physical action, physical step, right? But it will contain the renewal of your water energy, your fire energy, but also that air energy, because the earth element contains all of the other elements, right? So I'm thinking Ace of Pentacles. Close. Very close. It's a Two of Pentacles, and this is good too. But this is telling me that there is still this there's still this debate going on. There's still something I think we're trying to decide between. I almost feel like this, with this one and with the Two of Swords, I almost feel like we need to explore both options of something. Right? Maybe we need to make a pros and cons list here with these two. But since it is, since it's a Two of Pentacles, you know what that means. We have to spin the yes, no coin. Now, I don't flip this coin because I've got lights and cameras and wires and all that stuff up above me. And I would hate for it to all come crashing down. So we spin the yes or no coin, right? And any time in the readings that we get a Two of Pentacles, I want you to formulate a yes or no question. In your mind, say it out loud, write it down, whatever you want. You don't have to tell me or leave it in the comments or anything. You can if you want. But I want you to come up with a yes or no question that you need an answer to. It may not be something that's going on right now in context of this reading. It could be. But I feel like there's a yes or no question on your mind, especially that we have the Two of Swords and then we get this Two of Pentacles. There's something that we're trying to decide between. Maybe it's whether or not we should take this personal time or if we should just keep pushing forward. Maybe it's that simple, right? Should you take this personal time now? Well, I want you to formulate your own yes or no question. Do so now, and I'll spin this coin. You can pause the video again if you want. Well, the answer is no. See? The answer is no. So I don't know what your yes or no question was, but the answer is no. I don't want to believe that it's in the context of should I take this personal time? No. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe should I just push forward? Maybe it's no. So whatever that question was for you, okay, then you have the answer from the coin. But as far as the confirmation card goes, there's this idea of changing, of whatever we're doing now, we need to basically do the opposite, right? So maybe the no is more of a stop sign, right? So maybe it's saying no. Continuing doing what we're doing and saying stop sign, no, go rest, right? Take your personal time, right? But I do think there's something else going on here where there's maybe two options that you're deciding between. Maybe we're trying to figure out the way forward with these plans, but again, because of the energy that we have, it's not really a good time for you to try to push forward with these plans. Yeah. So I think we kind of need to weigh the pros and cons of something anyway. And I think we need to realize exactly what we're doing right now and the momentum that we've had. And we need to flip it. We need to do the opposite. So if we've been running forward with all this fire energy, all of this activity, let's take our personal time. Right? Because I think the way forward, I think we're just kind of up against a wall anyway. We're not able to get past this point, so we might as well just take that time for yourself and then come back fresh to the problem, and we'll figure it out, you know. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the video description. New readings for Aries every Monday and Friday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I want to thank you for watching this reading all the way through until the end. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate that. I want you to remember, Aries, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we are all in this together.